You caught me in a song. Hey, let me pull it on here.
Okay.
I was just about to take a picture of what is my cord music?
Okay, I'm recording now.
Okay. Yeah. So oh, the charger.
No, sorry, I'm online here. No.
Recording. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So so something like this. So I just started out. I just started out with C sharp. And so I'm looking it up. And, okay. So E B. It's very simple. And I switched everything that was flat to sharp. It's the same notes, but it does change it at times, and I find that the sharps are more. I like they flow better. So I actually did that other one. I'm probably gonna end up doing it with the sharp. It's the same note. It's the same scale. It's the same position. Can you not see me? Oh, the same film.
It's okay.
Same scale, same position. However, it's sharp, not flat. I don't know why it's different, but it just feels different.
Is it that the piano needs tuning?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I could probably set that up. I can.
How much does it cost for a piano tuner to come in and do that?
150, 200, something like that.
Okay, yeah.
And I do have to do that, and I could probably get it done like this week, which I will.
Okay.
I guess. So the C sharp minor, and so I have all these different like charts. This one has in the minor pentatonics that I want. It starts with a minor. The second position is a diminished. It's a second diminished. It's just a diminished chord. The third one is a major. The fourth is a minor. Fifth is a minor. Major is the seventh is a major. These are minor pentatonic scales, all the same. And then the seventh step is a major. But the diminished is a seventh with a flatted fifth, which becomes a seventh sort of because it's the step just before it's the octave. Because there's only 5 notes in a pentatonic. It's the Egyptian scales, the Celtic scales. This is the music they wrote in. And they use frequently minor, so there's different types of minor scales. You know, there's the harmonic. I'm using the pentatonic, and there's melodic, there's Pythagorean. This would be in 432. So at first I didn't know if it was going to stay mine, and then people were reluctant to tune it to 432 because, but then it would make it useless because it's not 440 and you can't like sell studio time for the university students here. And I'm like, good. That's exactly what I want. I want it to be completely useless to them. So guess what? I'm the only one that wants to play it. My pleasure. Beautiful daddy. I love this thing. It's amazing. Yeah, so his name is Anchorage. Isn't that cool?
That is cool. Anchorage. Anchorage the piano,
Anchorage.
born in 1911. That is.
Anchorage, yeah. So anyway, so the words are just, I used to say the world is upside down, or in reverse. I used to say the world is in reverse. It has been like this for so long. We don't remember a time when white was white and yes was yes. All entropy, all entropy. We were always upside down. But now, we actually have negentropy. So that means that the default settings, say if your computer falls down, or for me, it's water. I consider my entire little house here as sort of like a little waterfall. And everything falls. Everything. And I just like keep saying that. And I'm like, why am I saying this? Well, because I've been seeing it all around me. I'm like, if you teeter something on the edge of a desk or something, and which side is it gonna fall? Well, water will always go to the lowest level. It'll go I'll just go as far as it can go, and it will never be too much because as soon as it gets to the top, it just overflows and goes to the next level. So right now, I just have been feeling this waterfall, everything, and then I just have to laugh. Like I have shattered so many glasses, things, trays. I mean, it's. I felt like the earth was coming unglued. Like I had this little beaker, could hold it. It was a tiny little glass beaker. It didn't have a spout, but it was a little glass beaker. And I went to empty it out, and I stepped outside, and I leaned over the porch, and I threw the whole thing. And it landed on the rocks, and it shattered in a million pieces. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't need to let it go. And I laughed my ass off because it was actually kind of fun. It was a fun moment because I didn't like beat on myself for destroying this thing that I was enjoying so much. Well, that moment was really fun. So I enjoyed that too. So I had both, I just didn't have it forever. But then what's forever? It's just like oh my God. So anyway, so entropy, no longer entropy. It's beautiful. And so I'm like hearing it. That's how it works. I hear little earworm. I used to say the world is in reverse. It has been like this for so long. We don't remember a time when white was white. And this scale is amazing, but it's on this machine. Let me see if I can't I don't know how to screen capture. I was just following it. I was just going da 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 da, and I'm like, I was about to take a picture of it, and then you called, and I'm like, oh my God, this is like no, this is beautiful. Like you said, it's probably out of the creative process of writing a song, and also arranging for a piano tuner because I'm going to use this. I got the guitar there, but like I tried it and I listened to how I would normally do a C# scale, minor or whatever. I used C# minor have for years on guitar and with bands, but I played and I'm like, okay, it gave me one little idea, and then I knew, and I looked on the scale, and there it was in gray. All those notes that I generally use were there in the scale. So I thought, okay, so this is what that is. This is a cross training, right? This is what that was. So I remember how it was like breathing. I did it for 30 years. So it's definitely ingrained in there. So, but I have to just translate that movement of the feeling of the notes as they progress, as the phrasing comes and goes and breathes the way a song does. And so that's home. That's always home. And that's why I used to go off on solo tours occasionally with the band because I couldn't stand being swallowed up in this band because I knew that the reason it was here and the music we were playing, it all came from generally throughout the years, the band played my originals. Depending on the players, occasionally I'd get into a situation where there'd be a certain player who was usually guitar players that knew all these songs, all popular songs, and they'd want to go off on that tangent, and it took away from the creative. So we did different types of gigs and different types of bands, so we could offer those because I enjoyed both of them, and it helps me creatively. And the stronger the orb got, the muse orb, the more that stuff didn't matter anymore. Like, why am I giving them publicity? They got their own PR firm. I do not. It's just like people think that's ego. Well, it's just logical. If you want to like develop this, you have to spend time on it, and so that. Yeah, I call it selfish. Musicians are so selfish. Majority of them have stunted in their emotional growth, so that because they've been pandered to a lot. Because people don't have that creative skill, so they just like worship it. They can see it, something divine. It comes from a different place, and they have no way of accessing that, so they kind of worship it, and so they get waited on. Especially men musicians are completely coddled. It's so sad. It's like the DJ was talking of him at artist first. He said something like his friend like survived the cocaine era and stuff like that, and now he's, you know, he's back out there doing songs and, you know, is selling them for 99 cents online and stuff like that. And I'm like, that person actually died of me, the one that was doing all that. That person was very short lived because I started late and ended quick with a bang, of course. And yeah, I survived, but I'm not rehashing that old stuff. I had to reinvent myself in every way. And if the music is organic, that's going to change if it's real. I do love to bring old songs that I did, I think old songs like 97, and play them again and see how they change. And the ones that were really true don't change at all. They never change. They're exactly what they're. If they were mutable, it depends. Yeah, if I was in Gemini at the time, or if we were in Virgo or Pisces, Sagittarius, that axis, those are the mutable signs. And those are, if you birth something in the mutable, yeah, you know, like after, not that Taurus is bad, but Aquarius is, it's a fixed. And Taurus is, no, Aquarius is, Aquarius, Leo, yeah, fixed. Anyway.
Well, it sounds like you're doing a great job in terms of making progress there.
Yeah, it's just nice to pull out some new material because neg entropy. So we don't have that. It's not default to entropy. It's the opposite now. It's either one or the other. There's no like, oh, something's just kind of float. No, anything is going to go to where the cone ends up. You know, like we're in a spiral. Obviously, we're not straight lines. So wherever that spiral ends up, it's going in a certain direction. It used to go into entropy, where everything would be a default to death. And now we're the opposite. So now when we fill our lives with growing things, fill our life with growing things, those things will grow and will not become obstructed or chopped. So that's the opposite of what we had. That has been like this for so long. We don't remember a time when white was white and yes was yes. We were always upside down, but no longer. Now we're in neg entropy. Neg entropy. Oh, well, that's interesting. It's almost like nothing's changed. Absolutely nothing's changed. It's like, okay, cool. What's changed? Having that information gives me, okay, well, everybody in the bunkers, we were in more, everybody's shelter in place still, especially the ones that can't hear or see or they're in the dark. Time to come out and enter into the light. Climb out of the cave and come into the light. Time for the new beginning. So, how exciting. Woohoo.
That's it just is
demonstrative. I'm conserving energy because this is happening. So I guess it doesn't want to, yeah, I can't find I'm not even going to bother. I'll just resume writing that and we'll come up with, actually, I'm going to record on Bandcamp. And I can export it as an MP3 and it's much better quality than this, than what I did with the flat. So yeah, like I said, not my best work, but I wanted to get that out because it's a message. I'm not vain much.
you're not vain. It's about sharing your process, and this is the time to start sharing.
I think it's okay, yeah. Warts and all kind of thing. Especially since I found I got captured that Marty Music channel. That was really popular. I had like a lot of views on that, you know. I don't know what it's up to now. I don't really pay attention to the numbers. Like my boss, well, what did you make last night? I don't know. You think I want to keep that numbers in my head? He quit asking because he'd say, I knew he was going to say it, and he just didn't say it. Because I didn't give him any answer. I never have. you know. But yeah, I wanted to grow. I don't want to wait, you know what I mean? But I had to abandon that site because I was getting attacked. It was very connected to my Facebook page at the time, and it was 1,200 friends locally. So when you start changing and you're in this set sort of structure societally, yeah, it's amazing how much people do not want you to change if they've come to rely on that particular persona for them to know who they are. It really upsets their world, and they'll get downright violent if you try to change in front of them. They'll threaten you. So yeah, I had so many course corrections to go, you know, since then. And I knew to just bail. I was like, this is a Shark Tank. I don't know what to do here. I don't have any like soup.
All right.
Whatever.
You don't have to. Oh, go ahead.
What was the date on that channel, that Marty Music channel? You said it was February 29th,
Yeah.
2012?
Yes. Yes, that's amazing.
So 2012 was a leap.
Yeah.
And it was on the 29th. Oh my
Yes.
God.
So I don't know, just take a look at it and see, you know, in terms of the stars and which might be preferred.
Okay, can't hear you. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, so just take a look at, can you hear me now? I'm off mute. Oh, okay, good. We're having
Yeah.
connection issues, but take a look at the star dates.
I think we're having. What star date?
Or the, check the dates, right? February 29th, 2012, and compare that to your current channel. Okay, I think it's February 20.
Oh, right, when I opened my.
Yeah, because that's like a birth date, and it's like there's an alignment with that.
When is the one I have now? Yeah, what is the.
I think it's the 21st of February, 2015. Let me take a look here. This is the Music Alchemy. Let's see here.
This is crazy. Oh my, I did not know that. See, I thought it was gone forever. I was like, man, that's a lot of records, a lot of my early videos from like Tucson in 97 and 98. I mean, there's some great stuff on there. I captured as much as I could before I knew my world was going to go upside down, you know, and it did, but I had so much more. Probably Tucson.
So the current channel is
The community cable, TCC or C.
The current channel, Music Alchemy Modern Mystic, was opened on the 21st of February, 2015.
Say it again. Again.
21st February, 2015.
Of 2015.
Yes.
Of 2015. So February, I was almost within the day. Just like 8 days away from the first one, anniversary. So
there's some kind of alignment.
2012, but 3 years.
Yeah, take a look and see.
And so we're coming up to the end of February now. I wonder what that is.
I don't know. Is it time to open a new channel?
I think so. I think we're overdue, actually. I think it's overdue. 2019, where did the friggin' time go? Oh my God. And we're in February. So yeah, I think we might as well move it up to the new moon. The new moon.
I was actually thinking about opening a new channel on the day of the new moon, because I have so much, this first channel that I have goes back to 2008. And this recent one, Small Love True, goes back to 2016. And it's all like the part of the old cycle.
Right.
So I'm kind of thinking about it, but it's just sort of on the table, and I'm still sort of working things out.
Well, think of a brand. Make it a brand. Make it a brand. Like my, with the birds and the guitar thing. That's like a brand. Or the music alchemy looks like a speaker. The life force that creates worlds. You can't really see it now because I have it shaded in blue, but I don't know. I'm up for a brand rebranding because I don't have anything music alchemy. Nothing. No brands.
That's basically the 432 hertz music, though. Isn't music alchemy 432 hertz?
Yeah, but it's also a process. It's a life force. It's teaching. It's actually not even it's not music. It's a process. It's like calling myself gravity or alchemy, or it's the purification through music. And it's actually just the process of alchemy. And alchemy, to purify, what are you purifying? Well, you're purifying the human soul. And there's all these different elements. So you use astrology. Obviously, you can use frequencies and music because I'm a musician. It just kind of, and I was, just straddled with the wounds of life as sort of saddlebags for my whole life. So, yeah, these things I'm thrown off because I realized that they were just training for me to be able to assist those that are doing that and didn't have the music alchemy life. It's like a tool. It's like singing. Some people, can yoga it. Their alchemy is. I don't know. I don't know anybody who doesn't use sound. So music alchemy is sort of a process, and that was given to me. I just was sort of like they put little blocks with little letters, and the baby's supposed to put it together. That's all I did. I just put the pieces together, and it was like ABC, So it wasn't like anything. I don't feel like I invented it. I just manifesting this mirror of the highest in this way. It's like a mirror. Like when I produce these things, either it's the music and I'm singing it, or it's just sounds on digital. These things are mirrors of source. So I like to see my children copy what I do if I think I do things well or right or what's right. I want to see them copy that, and it gives me joy. So it's the same thing. Music alchemy, it's a life force. So everything I do is sort of under the umbrella of music alchemy. It's a force, it's also just so I don't confuse myself. That's my name. I like to keep things simple. Simple as far as just naming things what they are. Just name them just what they are. What's in plain sight. I've got anchorage. I have all these characters. I have other names. The feathered songster. The feathered songster is the minstrel that is playing this music that heals people. He was also known as the hum. And in French, it's getting hot in here, is bath, humming bath. So I invented a process where people could bring their kazoos, yoga mats, and rubber noodles of all kinds and have a humming bath. So I would love to build a structure for practitioners to pick and choose the modality they would like to play with today. The humming bath is a blast, and it would employ every musician playing 432 and just be comfortable with people coming and laying down for $10 an hour, you know, like have a happy hour during lunch or something like that. I could do something like that. So doable. And it happening all over different parts. My astrologer, Gregory Scott, encouraged me to open a humming bath here. I'm like, you don't understand. They barely know yoga, never mind, you know. They just don't. I don't know. What am I going to do? It's all there, you know what I mean? Like, literally built the structures, defined them, and refined them as much as I could every year if I had an opportunity to make a presentation.
Had my partner close the door because he's got the music in the other room and it's picking up. That's why I'm on mute here.
Yeah, well, don't mute. It's kind of frustrating not to hear. Yeah, I feel like I'm talking in a
Okay.
echo.
I'm here. It's I
I'd rather hear you like at least breathe, you know, just to know that you're alive.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
That out.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's I don't know what it is. Who knows?
No, it's
Yeah. Yeah. Don't. I know. That's all right. I mean, it doesn't have to be a joint thing. I was advised. I get a lot of good advice from the shamans.
okay.
You know, these are wisdom I hear from people's mouths, not necessarily the same person. And I don't always remember where I heard it, but I take it when I hear it, and I know that that's a piece of wisdom I should follow, especially when it's directed to me specifically. Don't get involved in politics or business. Stay with the music alchemy. And it ain't hurting you to get a fresh new YouTube channel once in a while.
Oh.
And that was a couple of months ago, and I was like, yeah, but I got this and these pieces, you know what I mean? It's like there's too many pieces floating around, and I just was like, oh, I couldn't figure out even how to start.
Yeah. Well, now you have some technical assistance. It's okay.
Scary. I know, right? I mean, gosh. If people knew how to do that shit, you know? I'd never seen it happen. So I was like, I know this shit's up here and it looks great, but I don't know. Yeah. Like, I don't think that's mystery. Yeah, I think I'm just an electrical device. That's why. Like device competing with device.
Yeah.
So I have to pick and choose my playgrounds, and that's a scary one. But did I show you? Oh, I drew out the dream. You're not gonna believe it. I was a bird. A bird. Maybe I was a feathered songster. I was like, the fans or the druids had a class of madrigals. You know, the musical philosopher, whatever they call them, shamans, and a feathered songster. And I drew a picture of him. But anyway, I think this might be her. And that goes in line with my bird of paradise up in Octan in the constellation, the bird of paradise. And I also identify with, not so much with Aquila, the eagle. I think you're Aquila, but I do identify with Delphina. It's a dolphin. These are constellations. And also Cygnus. Cygnus is a planet. It's actually a constellation. And the people, the starseeds that are known to come in as these swan. So it's a swan. It's a bird. And the Cygnus star seeds are known to be very odd people. I found like a description. I think I sent it to myself. Kind of like A positive blood type. Like they're allergic to everything. They only eat fruit. They're very kind of brainiac-y, and they don't really care what other people think. They just kind of keep to themselves, and they're real kind of minded. And I'm like, ooh, some of that really applies, and they're mostly, and then there's the left-handed archers, okay, because my actual rising sign is in the sky was in Sagittarius, and Chiron is a very big part of my life, that wounded healer. So I might have been a centaur, and there's a village in Italy or Northern Africa or something, not a village, it's people that were known to be left-handed archers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I want to check that out too. That's someday. Anyway, so here's the dream. See if I can. So here's it's sort of like a stone port or a bridge or something going out, and up here is water. Okay, but there's also water all down here because it's very high up. Okay, so we were kind of walking, and there's the dog.
Oh.
All right, so there's that nasty dog, and there's my orbs that I was floating on, or I was creating, I don't know. But look at, I'm a bird.
Yeah. Bird.
And I got wings on my ankles. And I was just hearing today that Mercury had wings on his ankles, and the ankles are, what did they say? Ankles are like, I just heard a astrology thing this morning. It wasn't even astrology, I took notes, because it's a lot of minerals and things, and I was trying to get the Aquarius new moon so I could look up your chart and give you the, all that stuff. Aquarius salt, sodium chloride, natural myrrh, Aries, Leo, frankincense, the moon, chamomile and myrrh, Saturn and Pluto, castor oil, cayenne, baking soda for the knees because it detoxes. Castor oil is amazing. And Uranus and Mars, kava, skullcap for Saturn. These are like, herbs. Some of them are herbs, some of them are essential oils or incense. But when you want, like, the frankincense is an essential oil, and you want to put a dab on your palm and just get it hot, and then just, aromatherapy. Mars, Aries, activated charcoal, cayenne. That's another real. Oh, she has a recipe with this, of a parasite cleanse called Black Lemonade. Activated charcoal, lemons, bentonite clay, ash, and garlic, lemon. Then the moon.
Oh, it's important to avoid the bentonite clay.
Periwinkle.
It's important to avoid the bentonite clay because that's actually it's found in a lot of water filters, current ones, and in that bentonite clay there is lead. So if you just take that off.
Not surprised. Right. Then it's good. Okay, and then moon colors. So wear colors periwinkle, silver, and sky blue. I have all those colors. I'm going to change today because right now is a good time to wear it because we're in like I saw the tiny little crescent like last night, and so we're really in the dark of the moon. So we want to reflect that.
Oh, okay.
Moon.
Okay.
It just makes us feel more at home. It really helps ground Earth. So the more we participate with it, we become one with it. Then we really gather for ourselves the grounding necessary for this electrical thing to really fly. So that total neg entropy. That means guaranteed life. Just throw a seed on the concrete, and in 2 weeks you've got a tree. That's it. That's that energy. That's what we have. Yeah. So then the more you participate in, then the more if you want to be Johnny Appleseed and just create an orchard this year because you just feel like having something to do with your front yard or something, you know? Why not? Because later on you'd be like, oh, cool, look at this. But I mean, there ain't no instant. You don't want instant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's hard enough just to get the instant communication, never mind what you're trying to create. The hand magic is quicker than that energy is so thin for those things to work anymore. There's a lot of emperors with new clothes. All at once. And it's going to get even more thin until the covering is threadbare, so threadbare that even the most dense are going to be able to miss it. And they'll be like, oh crap, get me out of here. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they just want to hide. That's fine. But they're all going. There's no energy left in them of that 3D. There's no way. So cool. So we're free. We just fly.
That's good news.
Yeah. It's just, it's kind of painful to watch. They're trying to make it as graceful as possible. They really are. And I'm, for all of us, that's good news. Because each one of us done things unbeknownst to us that even if we think no one would ever have found out, everything will be transparent. Anything that is not in line with harmony and the source essence, as pure as you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
All up to you.
Yeah, it's a choice.
It is always. So I'm done with entropy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm done with that. So catch my words as they fly out of my mouth. So I know what I'm doing. I want to be intentionally doing good things only. And it doesn't always, you know, what is somebody that is gentle when possible, brutal when necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you just can't bring emotion into any of this. And the fact that the press is basically choking on their own emotions right now because everybody else has been like, you know, is done with the interaction. They don't get no satisfaction. So they're kind of choking on their emotional rhetoric, choking them.
Mm-hmm.
So much. You don't want to, you know, see Rome burn. I mean, it's not pleasant.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I mean, how many things did I have to do that did not look very pleasant? But they were things that I had to do because of what the times demanded. You know, we want that forgiveness, that clemency,
Mm-hmm.
that pardon upon correction. There ain't no greasy grace for anybody.
Yeah.
So you will reap what you sow. But I can honestly say I have. You know, I have tried to milk every karma that comes to me, just with acceptance, raw, bitter acceptance. You know, like when things especially feel unjust,
Mm-hmm.
I do believe that if I can find anywhere where I made decisions in the past that kind of warranted this type of effect, it behooves me to do that. And the quicker I can do it, the shorter the lessons.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
take full responsibility for my part. Not everybody's responsibility or full responsibility for anything, but full responsibility for my part, correct what I could, whether it was a stupid way of thinking that was absolutely just completely selfish and not considering anyone else, or a lie I was told that I believed, laziness. I can't even use laziness as I'm a victim because of laziness. Join the club.
Yep.
I believe we all are. You have a long line behind you with that. I'm too lazy to go back there. I want to be, yeah, well, that's the problem. See ya. Oh my God, this is Saturn talking to me. Saturn sextile Neptune. Saturn sextile Neptune, they're both in their home signs. Okay, so we got the pure energy here. Neptune is an octave higher than Venus. Venus, love, harmony, manifestation, value, goals. Saturn, time, the earth, you know. So those two together, and the, well, Neptune being the higher octave, that also the completion of the time. Pisces kind of signifies, it's like we want to go into the age of Aquarius, but, and we are, that all that energy, we have to bring that future now. So we're in the future right now, bringing it into the Pisces close. We're literally closing it. It's kind of cool. So you get to do it nice, neat, and tidy, and closing an epoch. And I guess that makes us all, we're the closers. But that also means we're the only ones standing when the new age is actually dawning. Everything that we close, if we close it in such a way that it can be reused for rebuilding the next, that takes some planning. That takes ruminating, because we're going to build. You kind of need to know, maybe not specifically, you don't order a guy, I want him 5'10", blonde hair, blue eye, you know, you don't order it like that. You order like where creativity is never obstructed and it's always balanced. The creation is a balanced creation, because then we know that all the frequencies, the colors, the sounds, the interactions will always all harmonize. Now that's what we're creating, but where are we creating it in? We've become such a big orb due to the length of time that we've been here, the extreme, almost, well, entropic ordering of trauma on human souls, and the unspeakable, like, distortion of the life force itself that has been endured. And now we ashed out and the phoenix is rising, but this has never been done before. And now I understand why people said that. That's why I understand why people say that. Because it never has been done before. That cycle was able to be packed up in such a way that we could create something completely new and beautiful, completely based on our frequency, because we're the ones doing it. And we due to this negentropic situation, the default for any exchange of energy is negentropy. So instead of the spiral where the top grabs everything before it goes out the drain, you know, and then they take it to their, you know, little bunkers, or instead of that, it's completely in reverse. So all of that has been taken, because each one of us individually is taking what we were robbed of, so to speak, through our ancestry, through our lineage and lives, and slowly bringing it forward. But it's not distorted anymore, because we become these light beings that are alchemical vases. So we're like an alchemical station. We've got the great dissolver. We have all the elements, and we have everything. And anything we're lacking for a particular function or whatever, we can always call it into existence because of the generative nature of our voices. So, and it's negentropy. That means we don't have that constant reset. It drains your energy, and also the fruits are harvested for something else. Now we get to keep our what we produce and build on it. So whatever And a lot of us don't even have to build anything new. All we have to do is tap into all these lifetimes of what we created having been siphoned off. It's all being returned. Everybody's being called home. So that means it's all there. And some people might be confused and not realize that this is all them.
That's right.
Nobody's going to think of you as eccentric, because you know what? They fucking found out that they're like completely what they used to consider mad hat or crazy, but they love it. So you have to be you, whatever that is. And you can't judge. No judgment, no comparison. I've added to that, no expectation for you to feel that way either.
Yeah. That's true.
That's the big one. That's the big one. That's the one where you let go. That's hard. That's the golden rule.
Okay.
We love that, but we don't want to be, you know, we love it. We do want to be it, but we don't realize that it means everything. And it's, oh, we got our little pet ghost over here. You can have your pet ghost, okay? I'm Capricorn. Cut the fucking shit out. Just stop it. You know, grow up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and if it doesn't kill you, then you'll make it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna grow back some teeth. You know what I mean? It's like, it didn't kill me. You know, it could still. I mean, like once you get to a certain level, you just like, yeah. I don't have those goats anymore. Remember that old phrase? You got your goat. Don't let him get your goat.
Oh yes, yes.
Just say that around. Don't let him get your goat. And then when I was in, you know, the churchy thing in Fort Worth, they'd be like, well, you know, you shouldn't have so many goats to begin with. Okay? If you don't want someone to get your goat, don't get you. But they never explain what that meant. These are hang-ups, these are programs, these are ego machinations of a very distorted view of oneself as the universe.
Mm-hmm.
And completely self-sufficient. And anything that defies that is a ghost. So everybody's got their pet ghost. Oh my God, you try to, you know, take one of their goats. They'll kill you. Don't take my goats. Take my pet ghost, my hang-up, my triggers. I love those. It's like, this is what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
A lot of goats, a lot of pet goats.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, El Chapo, you know what it means? It doesn't mean little one or like chiquita. No. It means my darling pet.
Oh, what's the word again?
El Chapo Guzman, Joaquin, the man. You know, the big criminal they're trying to frame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mexico. From Sinaloa. Yeah. His name means darling pet. So somebody's been using him.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
Okay.
That's what
that I can see.
Yeah, and a lot of the YouTubers that are sex pests or the big guys are getting exposed.
Mm.
So, Cobra.
Wow.
It's gonna keep going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
That John Kletz or whatever his name is.
Yeah, the Jonathan Clay.
He's a pet.
Oh, really?
Sex pet. Chick, You Are Free TV. John, her name, or I think her name is Joey.
Mm.
She's a pet. A lot of them didn't start out that way, but I think some of them did. Some of them were just like 10,000 subscribers the second day or second week, you know.
Okay.
Were setups, but some of them were just people that got taken over.
Mm.
And it's so subtle.
Yeah.
It's so subtle. Sometimes the only way you can tell is with the hashtag.
Mm-hmm.
How many people go to that micro level every time? Because it's an energy that's changed. Not the words, not the face, nothing. Not even the sound of the voice. They can mimic that too, but the energy turns prolific or trapped-ish. Watch out for the trappists.
Mhm.
It's to be so transparent now. I even, if I see in my suggestion, like, you know, in your feed in YouTube, the same person that has some very malefic hashtags associated with their title, and it just keeps popping up, and they're actually subscribers. I mean, this has been going on. I mean, not subscribers. They're the channels I subscribe to or used to, and so I'm like, there's something wrong with that, and there's something wrong with, like, something feels very wrong, just a distortion of some kind. And I never, like, I'm not just judging. I'm not judging. I'm discriminating because this helps me to discern. Media, our eyes are portals. You can get possessed by watching a video. And I mean, that's proven. So that pet goat thing, the second I saw it, I'm like, I'm not going to. And so anyway, TV and her hashtags are so evil. They're like the opposite of what she's purporting to believe, that I know there's a problem. And she sells those products before, and she's always talking about, you know, she always has like a little commercial first. And she's got to thank everybody and talking about the money, and then she's selling these products. 100,000 subscribers now, and then, you know, she's so pumped up and excited. She's a pet. She is a pet. It's very obvious. I mean, I can't not see these things if they're there. And I don't make them, but I'm very sensitive to a slight adjustment in a frequency. Why is everything $9.99? That's because they took the 1/10 of 1% so that we would always be off balance.
Mm-hmm.
So we can never balance in that way. I'm not saying negentropy means that all that just disappears. No, that just means we now, when we create something, it can move forward and it will default to growing. We will continually grow, and it won't be short-lived, because you are rising with Capricorn. That means on the foundations of the cardinal signs, when something happens at that moment, that's something that is going to remain for quite some time. It may just be reprogramming some of those cardinal points, which is at 26, so it's just 1 degree south of every one of my points. 27 degrees Libra, 27 degrees Capricorn. I mean, 26, actually it's right on my Saturn. My Saturn is at 26. So the ascending for what we did this morning, just the initial exchange, that was harmonia, because that's what we're aiming for. But we also want to look for the descendant. And the descendant is my sun sign. 26 degrees Cancer. My sun sign is 27. 27, 57. 3 seconds from 28 degrees of Cancer, which is right in the leg of Leo. So basically, I'm like tuning on, you know, for my sun sign.
Yeah.
One of the world stars in Leo. And the opposite of that is Aquarius, which is Fomalhaut, which is where my Jupiter is. And then the other 4 royal stars is Scorpio, where our 22 degrees midheaven is. That's where the Scorpio, Ophiuchus. And then on the other side is Taurus. That's the Pleiades.
Uh-huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
You know, I'm wondering, I've only uploaded that one video from the conversation, or the video from the radio show, onto your old channel. Did you want that uploaded to your new channel as well, or the current channel?
Oh yeah, the video part. Yeah, actually, you can do the radio one too, but this one is just so much better.
It is. And I think on the radio one, it's the audio is not so great, but on our end, it came out a lot better. So
yeah, no, I hands down, I knew it as soon as I saw it, that radio broadcast was going to be probably put to the side. because what you did, this is from the very first, I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. Yeah, so
That was fun to put together, actually. I'm kind of sorry I didn't have a better picture for the songs, you know? I just put your YouTube channel.
Oh, that's okay. No,
Yeah.
no, no. Don't worry about that. I just on the organ grinder in search of a monkey. Did you put the video of me on that, or did you just put a picture?
Just a picture.
One of them you put a.
Yeah, that was We Are the Blockchain.
Oh, the blockchain. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that one. You could.
Because I was thinking I ought to just put a picture for that as well, but because you in the video, you just look great. And that's more of a recent video.
Right, and I kind of was hoping you'd do that too. So can you do that? Can you put just a picture there instead of the? Or
I can do that. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, yeah. I prefer that. Just so we can not mix the genre too much. Like you played some extra songs, seamless. No one knows the wiser. You know, and I was talking about, Blaze, and he didn't have it. So you were perfect. I mean, I'm like, oh, and then to put the songs that I'm talking about,
yeah,
blockchain and, you know, I mean, organ grinder is hysterical. I don't know if you like that song, but that was a lot of fun, you know.
It sounded like it was such a fun video to put together, that interview. Yeah, I think it's like the best way to bring out music alchemy is for interaction. It's so challenging to do it solo. I mean, and I look at my videos, it's like, oh gosh, everybody dreads it. And I just talk extra slow in my videos because I'm talking all by myself, you know, to a camera. But it does come out so much better.
Right.
Interaction and feedback, and then there's adjustment, and it just really shows how quick you are on. So it was.
Well, I like having your picture up there because it gave me. Yes, I'm talking to a person. What a difference! It was such a difference, and even to capture on the radio show how I'm interacting with this phone. Because that's all we have no idea. I don't even know his name. I can't even remember.
I know, I don't know his name either.
So I mean, he's DJ, whatever, which is funny. But I noticed that I'm like, this is so much better than, you know, just a dry radio show where but you cannot see. I got so much information about me, watching me do a radio show. How freaking weird is that? And that's so Aquarius, because Uranus is pinging my chart and has been for several years. And I'm very sad he's about to go into Taurus. Okay, but just the fact that he moved forward, which was a couple weeks ago, was like, oh my God. When he goes in reverse, I speak backwards because I think backwards. And I think he went into retrograde, right? No, he was not in retrograde when I was born. He was direct, like he is now. So it was like, yeah. But that 6 months of reverse really fucks with my head.
Okay, yeah.
And I've not had enough years of it to build in some hacks so I can not go through this inverse, like, thought pattern. Retrograde. It's unbelievable. It's like my mind is connected to him. He's at 24 degrees Leo, and he just rules my chart. I know it's Saturn, I know it's other things, but Uranus is the highest frequency of any planet in our, you know, that we study, that we could relate to. So I've had to step up to the plate to relate to this frequency that's higher than anybody around me, unless they're also trying to acclimate to this frequency that is so much a part of that. I mean, it creates explosions. It creates things falling off of houses. It creates people having nervous breakdowns because somebody wakes up and just has to be free. And why do you think I live alone? And I really don't talk to anybody. And if I do, I talk to them for just a few minutes. I give them the information. I get the information that I need. And then I go back into my padded cell because you know what? it's best if I learn to direct it, because I'm allowing it to unfold. The lotus is still opening up. It started in 2015 and it's still doing it, but only now when I get into a milieu that it's more, feel safer. Believe it or not, I feel safer in every place in my life having a connection with you because of my 7th house sun.
Okay.
So all through my life, I see the back of my head.
Ah, I see.
I'm not in the front. I'm on the sun going down. I'm right after the descendant in my 7th house. And directly opposing Saturn, who is constriction. So he's never let me come out and be myself. I never had felt safe enough to do it. Cancer wants safety, emotional safety, physical safety. Capricorn provides safety, emotional safety, structure. What could be more safe for a child is to have the playpen and not just sitting in a parking lot. You know, we need that kind of feeling, and especially for my Cancer sun, it can't function without it. It's almost like, that's what I was like, okay, am I trapping myself here? Because I've been led into a lot of traps, having this kind of geometry where the domicile is the cocoon. So wherever this crab is, they're going to create a family or something, or a shell or a pearl or something, wherever they land, wherever they decide to make their home. And so people would trap me knowing I could come into a situation and create like a palace, and then they'd evict me because I was just being used, and it was part of my life force, and I felt usurped. I felt used.
Mm-hmm.
And so this energy won't come out now unless it's safe. Okay. And so it started to become safe in 2015 when my DNA turned to gold.
Okay.
Anyway, after that, I started to look at the chart, and Uranus was telling me, you need freedom to create. And since you're a Cancer, the way you create is in your home.
Mm. Okay.
And what you're going to create is celestial music, Neptune in the 10th house, in Scorpio. It's going to be super deep, and it's going to transform people. Your ascendant is Capricorn, which is the most restriction, with Saturn in the 1st house. It's going to take a long time to build this shift. There's Jupiter. He's going to make sure that whatever is built is of the highest mind. And all of this trying to Pluto and Mars so that you have complete integrity and the energy to do it. And the balls to cut if you need to cut. And my home, my mom is in Taurus in the Pleiades. And so is my grandmother. They're all Tauruses. So that's my kind of like shelter, the Taurus. And that cow that is so fun to play on. Like I could picture myself sitting on the cow and she's giving me rides. Or in the morning when we milk her, can I have some, extra milk except for the ones that we give the family, and so she gives me that. Or it's a loving, warm, in the winter going into the barn and just standing next to her because she's so warm. She's like a generator of the heat, and we all huddle around and make, little cookies or whatever. It's just like that cow, that Taurus bull is what always nurtured me. And so that's my anchorage. There must be this must be a Taurus.
There must be a manufacturing date.
Huh?
There must be a manufacturer's date. So it's 1911 that it was built, but there must be some kind of date on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to open the. Hang on.
You know what? It's going on 5 o'clock over here, and
Wow.
it's I've got a few errands that I need to take care of. But I think what
Well,
I'll do.
I sure enjoyed. Now that I know that you always upload, I'm prepared. It's one of those cancer things, like emotional disturbances rise up in a cancer when they don't control their expectations of people. It's so easy to let that run off amok. You know, expectations of how people are going to protect your emotional, you know, safety. Like if it's their job, because it's not their job. It's your job to know what triggers you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking for a name. I found a big fat pencil. In there, but
it must be somewhere on the yeah, maybe on the sides of those ridges there.
No, I could look up the email because she named it in the email, and it came in here in one piece.
Wow, amazing.
They put the legs on the 3 legs with the wheels, but her and I texted too. I could probably find the name. Yeah, it was. It came in one piece.
Amazing. Well, because we have a limited amount of daylight here, and then also the store's going to close pretty soon, I need to head out, but we can catch up
Okay.
next time, and I can get the details from you. Today is Saturday, so probably Monday I'm going to do an edit on the video just to replace the We Are blockchain within just an image and take the video off, okay?
Okay, well, if you notice, I don't know that if you would want to post any of those on Music Alchemy, you know, some of the older stuff.
Which one?
On the old YouTube channel I had.
No, I think with this recent video, with the video radio show, that's a good one to redirect, hopefully, your subscribers from the Marty Garcia channel over to Music Alchemy. But then take a look at the dates and the alignments to see which channel might be more advantageous, right? Because you can always unlist things so that new subscribers, they'll be on, or maybe even think or reconsider about opening a new channel. Because I'm actually thinking February 5th, I might open a new channel, just sort of open it on that day, and it'll be fresh for the new, you know, the new cycle, really.
Yeah, I think so too. It's also the Chinese New Year.
It is.
The year of the pig, to be honored. It's actually the year of the human. The pig is the human, you know.
It is.
People should not eat pork.
They shouldn't, no. The high sugar content really feeds parasites.
But the pig is the human. It's the year of the human. So it's a beautiful thing. The reason they don't say it, I don't know. It's fine. I know. So the year of the human is to be celebrated. So we get our own year. I'm going to take it. Damn. All right, hon.
Okay.
Everything falls.
Everything falls.
Maybe it's because I always stack things. That's why everything falls, because I stack. It's so funny.
Yeah, you need shelves in there. But I think you might only be there for a short time, so.
Things, and then, yeah, that's it. All fall. Bunch of drawers. No, I just, I'm real excited about creating the song. It's a big party. But I think I'll call and get the tuner. Yeah, get that done.
Yeah. Use your resources wisely. It is a worthy investment.
Oh yeah, gotta have it.
The only thing I can think of, let's see.
That's a beautiful sweater. It's like cashmere. Love that.
Oh, this is actually alpaca. It's like fuzzy.
You know, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
It's so warm. I need it.
Oh, it does look warm. Oh, good deal. Excellent.
Send me a message on anything that comes up, and I've got to prioritize my time. But in terms of, should I upload like all of our Music Alchemy chats onto the Music Alchemy channel, and then I can turn
Why
mine?
don't we come up with a channel?
Okay, yeah.
Why don't we go in the concept and a brand, and then we'll, once we know what that is.
Yeah. We can just redirect everything over to the new channel.
Yeah, let's come up with it, because I definitely, I don't want to rehash any of these things. And Music Alchemy was going to be trying my legs, you know, the Margot Muse was just kind of like, you know, getting my sea legs together, you know. I'd rather come with something fresh. But I see I have that Patreon channel. We have a Patreon, by the way.
Check the date. Check the date.
Not been used. I mean, we could. It's called Music Alchemy, but we could easily change the name. I mean, it's got the Music Alchemy URL, which is nice.
Yeah, but check the date on when you opened that account, the Patreon account, okay?
It was in September of 2017. It was horrible.
Yeah, so we kind of want to get out of horrible and into something.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, well, hasta pronto and all that, blah, pronto.
Yeah, okay. Yes, all right, you take care. Bye-bye for now.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.